I'm Dr. Joe DeMarco, chiropractor and owner of OcraMed Health, and we're here today to discuss a very common problem that a lot of people have, whether you're a weightlifter or you just sit at your desk all day. It's a pinching in the side of the neck. Before we discuss it, I just want to say one quick thing. We've been picking up a lot of subscribers on our channel, and I thank you all very much. But I want to say something that a little challenge. If we can get this channel to 5,000 subscribers in the next 30 days, I will do 5,000 push-ups for you people. So share the videos, get your friends to subscribe, get me to 5,000 in the next 30 days, and you will see me suffer. I've done a previous video where we've done over 2,000 push-ups in about 90 minutes. I'm going to put the card up above me if you want to watch that. For now, we did about, I forget what the amount was. It was over 2,000 push-ups. I've never done 5,000, but I will do it for you people if you get me to 5,000 subscribers in the next 30 days. All right, so back to what we're talking about, a pinching in the neck. I've dealt with this many times. You know, you're lifting weights, variety of exercises, back exercises, chest exercises. All of a sudden, as your workout's going on, usually on one side or the other, you start developing that pinch, and by the end of the workout and later that day, there is just a sharp pain in the side. Usually it's on one side of your neck. Turning will pinch it worse. Another scenario, sometimes you can just be sitting at your desk, you're working at your computer, and you can just tell as the day's going on, those shoulders are coming up, the neck is tightening, and by the end of the day, boom, you got that pinch in your neck. You know, what are we going to do? I'm going to show you how to get rid of it. Usually when we're dealing with that type of problem, we are dealing with the muscle called the Levator Scapulae, and we're going to take a look at that muscle right now, and then I'm going to show you how you release it. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at the anatomy of this Levator Scapulae muscle. This muscle comes off the side of the first four vertebrae of the neck, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it attaches all the way down to the medial superior border of your scapula. And so just from the anatomy, coming from the cervical spine to the scapula, what does this muscle do? The primary function of this muscle is it shrugs your shoulders. It brings your scapulars up to your ears. What do we do when we get tense? The shoulders start coming up as we get tense at our desk all day. That Levator Scapulae is getting aggravated. It's getting tight. It's building up fascial adhesions. Because of the anatomy, just like this, once again, because it shrugs the shoulders, lots of exercises that we can cause micro trauma to that tissue. We get adhesions. We build scar tissue. We build up knots. This muscle gets tight. We have to release it. Let's talk a little bit about what we need to do for the Levator Scapulae. First off, before we do any fascial release work with it, we have to warm it up. How do we warm it up? What I usually like to do is just a couple quick things. I'll do 20 unweighted just shoulder shrugs just to start to pump some blood through those Levator Scapulae muscles. And then I'll follow that up with just some shrugs and hold for 10-second counts and relax. So I'll do 20 non-weighted shrugs, and then I will do 10 shrugs where I hold for 10 seconds in between just to increase the blood flow. One thing I should mention about the Levator Scapulae, as I'm demonstrating here on myself, is you have to understand now the Levator Scapulae is a deeper muscle. It looks like it's going the way I drew it. It's the trapezius muscles right here. The Levator Scapulae is actually kind of deep to the trapezius muscle. So don't get, just for anatomy purposes, I was showing you the track of the muscle, but understand that the trapezius, the upper trapezius muscle, which is right here, and you can pinch, I'm pushing into it. The Levator Scapulae actually is underneath it. So you have to picture this as a deep muscle underneath the trapezius muscle. So when we're working on some fascial release work, understand that if you're up here, where I actually drew, we're actually on the trapezius. We have to actually get behind and underneath the trapezius muscle to do the fascial release work. Okay, so we warmed it up. We did some shrugs, some repetitions. We held the shrugs up. We got some blood flowing into the muscle because we never want to do fascial release work on cold muscles. Nice stretch to do before we get into the deeper fascial release work is we're just going to try to hold the scapula in place. So you can actually, you can't see it, but I'm holding on to the edge of my chair here. So you can either hold on to a chair or you can put your hand behind your back and hold it with the other hand. Anything to just kind of pin this shoulder down, and nice and easy. I'm just going to stretch my head to the side and down a little bit, and I'm just going to hold this position for 20 or 30 seconds. Let's say 30 seconds, and we're going to do it 3 times. Come up and then hold it for another 30 seconds, and we'll do that 3 times just to get a nice light stretch in there. Very light, after we warmed up the levator scapula. Very light stretch. Muscles warmed up now. We're going to do some fascial release work now. What are we going to use? We're going to use an OcraMed Health Tai Chi ball. People that watch the videos, you know that these balls get deep into that fascia. This is the best way to break up fascial adhesions. We're going to use this Tai Chi ball. Left levator scapula, I'm going to hold a Tai Chi ball in my hands. Primarily, I'm going to put the force in with my thumb and index finger. I'm going to get up to around C1, right at the top here, and I'm going to put firm pressure into that levator scapula up here. Now, two important things you want to do. You're putting firm pressure in, and I want to come up with my elbow and back. So I want to make sure that I'm pushing in and I'm driving that elbow back this way. Okay, so I have the elbow back. I'm pushing into the levator scapula, and from this position, I'm going to just nice and easy. I'm going to look down and to the right, and I'm going to hold that for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to come up and I'm going to do it 3 times. At which point, I'm going to come down just a little bit, try to get on that C2 level now. Now, like I said, remember, the trapezius is here and it comes up the neck, so we want to get kind of in front of it. So I'm going to kind of feel around for that thicker trapezius muscle, which is right here, and I'm going to get in front of it. I'm going to push deep into that levator scapula. I'm going to hold firm pressure. Like I said, the elbow is going to be up, and I'm going to be pushing it back. So I'm pushing in, pushing the elbow back, and now I'm going to turn and look down for 30 seconds. I'm going to do it 3 times there. And then, of course, I'm going to come down. So basically, I'm going to do is I'm going to come at C1, C2, C3, and C4 3 times for 30 seconds with the release work. Once you've done that, let's try to get in a little bit further down on the muscle. Like I said, if you can get in behind that trapezius. So once again, I'm going to push. Here's the trapezius, but I'm going to push in front of it and down into that levator scapula. Once again, I'm going to use this arm. I'm going to bring the elbow. I'm going to try to push it back. Now I'm deep into the towards that levator scapula, a little deeper. The elbow's going back, and I'm going to be stretching down 30 seconds. I'm going to do it 3 times. See if you can find, after you go 1, 2, 3, 4 in the cervical vertebra, just see if you can find another couple spots in front of the trapezius muscle and get the rest of that levator scapula. So we're going to hit several spots, as you can tell, along the way. Each time we find a spot, we're going to stretch it 3 times for 30 seconds, putting firm pressure in with the ball. Don't forget to drive that elbow back. And we're going to do that. If you find a particular knot, and sometimes when you do pull this levator scapula, there is a particular just point that you can really feel. If you find that spot, spend a little extra time on it, releasing it, because that'll be important. So find a little extra. If you have, you can actually find that particular knot that you really know is the source of your pain. Spend a little extra time. Maybe instead of doing 3 for 30 on that spot, maybe do say 6 for 30 seconds on that spot when you find a really, really good knot. But that's how we're going to release that levator scapula. All right, so give that technique a try. I would strongly recommend working both levator scapula, even though the pinching might be on the left. Work the right. You might have some adhesions in there that are sitting there waiting to attack you some other day. So as a maintenance thing or as a wellness thing, I would work both sides, even if you're only feeling the knots on the left side. All right. We have our 90-day fitness program on www.OcraMedHealth.com, building lean muscle without the bulk in a safe and effective manner, avoiding injuries. Go to my website now if you want to sign up. Also on the website, my ebook, The Accommodation Avoidance System, teaches you how to perform heavy weight training without hitting any training plateaus. And our new section on the website, our mobility plan, you pick the body part. I send you a personalized video on how to release it. If you're enjoying our videos, please subscribe to my channel, OcraMed Health on YouTube. Questions about exercises or injuries, just leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, OcraMed Health is here to keep you fit forever.